That's very harmful for the economy, and they should really be ashamed of themselves.
Kevin, I'm actually not ashamed of myself at all.
I just wish that, some sentient economist would go talk to these guys and explain to them how buybacks work, how capital markets work.
It sounds like Trump's chief economist could use a bit of background on why stock buybacks matter from a fellow economist, so I'm here to help. Stock buybacks are a common tool used by corporate executives to increase the price of the company's remaining shares. It works by simple arithmetic. Once a company buys back its own shares, each remaining share or slice ends up representing a larger portion of the corporate pie. This might sound like boring corporate finance issues, but companies authorized $1.1 trillion on stock buybacks in 2018 alone.
Think about that, folks. $1 trillion in stock buybacks, and yet these companies say, oh, we just don't have the money to pay workers a living wage, provide decent health benefits, provide sick leave. That's nonsense.
Profitable corporations are massively rewarding shareholders while ignoring workers' demands for higher wages.
It's very disappointing that over and over again I see the Democrats pursue really economically illiterate proposals just because they think they sound good politically.
When shareholders demand more and more spending on buybacks to raise share prices, that puts pressure on management to cut costs and an excuse to ignore workers' demands for higher wages. For example, Walmart authorized $20 billion in stock buybacks in 2017. If Walmart had used just half those funds to raise worker wages, all 1 million hourly Walmart workers could have seen a raise of $5.66 an hour. In the case of Walmart, just a few descendants of Sam Walton own over half the shares.
When a firm like Apple buys back its shares, then that equity goes to some other startup firm that is investing in communities and so on.
Contrary to what Kevin claimed, generally more funds are flowing out to shareholders than are flowing back in to help public companies grow.
I think they're trying to make a political point about the spike in buybacks, which is associated with the tax cuts, but it's kind of a one-time thing, right?
Buybacks are not a one-time thing. Spending on them has been going up for decades, and in 2017, before the Trump tax reform, corporations spent $781 billion on buybacks. Corporate executives generally know when buybacks are happening, unlike the rest of us, and can time selling their own personal holdings. And you can only benefit if you own stock in the first place. Stock ownership is incredibly concentrated among the wealthy. Only 15% of Latino or African American families have meaningful stock ownership.
We can do this. I have zero doubt, Chuck, that the overwhelming majority of the American people are supportive of our
they hate when they hear about what these stock buybacks are. They really dislike them. They hate them.